Hello YouTube, today we have another Transformers figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Voyager class Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime. I have seen Rise of the Beast, it's a very good Transformers movie and I loved it. I loved Optimus Primal and Air Razor. Scourge was a good villain. But it's not about the movie, we're talking about this guy. So I picked him today. He was about $26 and is pretty cool so far. So let's start off with the packaging as usual. First, the box is pretty big and pretty simple. No window in there, so it's just a hollow box pretty much. And just has a nice render of Prime there, Rise of the Beast logo, Transformers logo there, the Voyager class. And the back of the box is pretty much the same as the Studio series. Truck mode, robot mode, 20 steps for the transformation. And it's a pretty simple box, but it's a nice one. Can I stop bumping Dread Samus, please? Okay. So, he looks really good. His accessory is his ion blaster rifle. And it just plugs into the hand. Let me get it out. There we go. So his accessory is his iconic ion blaster, and it looks pretty good. It's very simple, no paint. Of course I dropped something. It's pretty simple, it doesn't really have any paint, but it does have decent detail. And it looks fine. It's hollow on the bottom, but that's not really a problem. Its barrel has a hole, and it takes these Iron Man effect parts as well, which is kind of crazy that those work so well with so many figures I have. But his ion blaster looks fine. It looks nice though, and it plugs into his hand just fine. He holds it very, very well. No real problems with the connection. It's not going anywhere, and it's actually kind of hard to get it out. But that's the only accessory he has. But Prime himself, he looks fine. Really, really well detailed, really well sculpted, and the paint's fine. His head looks nice. His eyes are blue. There is some light piping, so if I take my light here, that is very bright, but you can see his eyes light up with the light source behind them, so that is light piping. I am sorry if I just flashbanged you, but that's the only way I could have thought to show that. But he does have light piping in his head and his titty windows, and generally speaking, the sculpt and paint is fine. There's not a ton of paint, but that's not a bad thing. I honestly don't really mind how he looks. Lots of tires, lots of flat areas, not too bad. It could benefit from some black for the detailing on his abdomen and thighs, but otherwise it's fine. He has the Autobot logo on each shoulder. And the detailing is good. The blue that's there is nice. It could benefit from some more blue, but this was a cheap low-end figure, and I don't really think Voyager class is aiming to be high-quality paint jobs more than they're just meant to be good Transformers. But the paint sculpt is fine. He looks really, really nice. His arms are a bit darker or lighter red than the rest of him, like his forearms, but it's not that noticeable. Let's move on to articulation for robot mode. His head does not have any up and down. It can just rotate from side to side. So that's all you're getting out of that. His arms are both exactly the same. So you can lift his arm out fully, just a little bit better than horizontal. He has a bicep rotation, as well as shoulder rotation. And his shoulder pad does wiggle and move a little bit, so you can get it out of the way. Full 360 on that shoulder. The elbow bend is pretty decent, and looks good too. It kind of has to be good, given the nature that he is going to change forms in a minute. He doesn't really have much waist swivel at this lower joint, but you can rotate his upper chest, which I'm assuming is more for the transformation, but you can sort of fake a rotation out of that. And he does not have an ab crunch, Yet you can untab his back and sort of fake one if you need to. Doesn't look great, but it functions. So his upper body is pretty fine. Very, very posable, very easy to maneuver, and it works out really nicely. His legs, he can kick straight out, straight back, pretty much, or close to it. Really good spread. He has a thigh rotation as well, so you can spin the leg. His knee goes decently far back, single jointed, but it works out. His ankles, he has a foot pivot in both directions. He can kick his foot forward that far and that far before it decides to stop itself. So, all in all, articulation's not too bad. These side skirts do move out of the way, so, you can afford yourself a little bit more range by moving these first. And articulation's not half bad. It really isn't. His joints are sturdy. He holds his position very nicely. No looseness. None of these joints are overly tight, and it works really well. He moves quite nicely. I don't really have any complaints about it besides the head being unable to look up and down, but that's kind of a given, I think, with anything that's not really a masterpiece figure, but whatever. I don't really get the black square on his special zone, but he looks fine. I really don't mind the sculpt whatsoever. The lack of paint, I don't have a problem with that much, really. Could benefit from some more black and blue down here on his legs and stomach, but whatever. But he looks fine. Now we're going to go on to the transformation and see what his truck mode is like. I have the instructions here, so give me just a moment. I'm going to sit these down in front of my phone so I can look at them easier. So, step one is lift this thing on his back. Okay. Okay, hide his head. Close his window titties to form the cab. Lift his feet forward. All the way, okay. Then push them till they snap together. Oh, his shins snap together. Take the cab hitch, plug that to the other foot. Okay, rotate his body all the way around, I reckon. Okay, yeah, that's right. Bring the smokestacks forward, plug that in, and yeah, those are tabbed in. Swing his arms back. Okay, that's right so far. Flip the booklet around, or the sheet. Hold up, where do his hands go? Okay, that makes more sense. Optimus Prime is neat, and I like him very much. This is actually a pretty fun transformation so far. It's working very well, everything's snapping into place nicely, everything fits together very, very nice. So not too bad so far on the cab, that's the right word. Looks a little goofy so far, but this is going well. Oh crap, I untapped that. I didn't want to. Put the tires out. Flip them down. Okay, so the front of the cab extends down a little bit. I just didn't show that, I don't think, on camera very well. Tab the tires here into what were his thighs, I believe. Is that done? Oh. Oh. Okay. Now it's done. Alright, that's a really good truck mode, holy shit. Alright, so this is a very good Prime, wow. I have the new Studio Series 86 Prime pre-ordered, but for right now, this is a damn good Optimus. Okay. The truck mode looks fantastic. It gets rid of that silver stripe around him, which is accurate, I believe, to the CGI model. But no, that's a fine truck mode. He rolls just fine too. The wheels do work. But no, that's a pretty fun transformation, a simple and easy one. And it also looks aesthetically good, except for the kibble in the back. You can see his hands in there. It says to plug his cannon rifle into his back, but okay. It says to plug his gun into his back, but that's optional and doesn't look that nice, but that's what the instructions say to do, so you don't have to, but still. But no, that's a really nice trucker mode for Prime. I'm impressed. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna give this Optimus a 10 out of 10. Seriously. He's really good, really easy, fun transformation, great robot mode. His gun is nice. The instructions are simple and easy to follow. And, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, 10 out of 10 for this Prime. It looks really good, too. Shit. He was about 26 bucks for that price point for this quality. Yeah, no, a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna be honest. Very nice Prime. 10 out of 10, seriously. I guess that does it. I hope you guys enjoy this review. Just gonna give you a shot of the box again. So if you want this guy, this is what the packaging looks like. But he's fantastic. This is a really nice Optimus. I'm happy with him. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good one, but I'm out. 10 out of 10 for this Prime.